hi everyone, just continuing by I would say the part 1 video of LIC. I'm just continuing with that part 2, and here are some more questions we have to be prepared for that. That LIC housing finance related questions. How do you build relationships with client and customer? This is very important question, guys, because as we are going for the housing finance limited, we have to face out customer, we have to face out the clients. So how, what skills should we have so that we can handle them in a better manner, right? That you need to be prepared. How can you win the trust in new customers? That is your creativity, and that is your capability basically. How do you deal with the potential customers who are interested in other companies' product? Means how do you attract them towards your LIC company or like that, because this is a market, and that market is giving you a hub of all things. Then how would you convince them? That is your question. Okay, how shall you deal with the rude customers or rude boss? It can be ये rude boss भी हो सकता है, ठीक है? How would you face criticism in the office? How would you face discrimination in the organization? That you can also prepare. Okay, what do you understand by branding? How would you address public perception of the housing finance? Describe different customer segments for finding housing finance. How would you build relationship with key decision makers in housing finance? How do you handle stress and pressure? This is very important question. How do you handle stress and pressure? For handling stress and pressure, I used to read books. I used to do meditation or yoga, right? I used to take a break from my daily schedule or something like that. That you can say it out. We have made a different separate video on this question. So there are a number of things you can say it out when it comes to reducing your stress or overcoming your stress or managing your stress. All right, think over that. Describe a time when you worked in a team and faced challenges. How would you overcome them? Now this question leads to different question, various question. That is, अगर आपने team में काम किया है, क्या challenge you have faced and something like that. For how many people you can handle at one time. Can you consider yourself a good team leader? These all things I would say we have to be prepared, that examiner can ask us. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Expected question, industry specific knowledge related to LIC. Main products, services by LIC housing finance, you should know. Housing finance differ from other types of loan. Let's suppose you are not from the BCom, you are not from the finance background or something like that, and you are going for this. ठीक है? So जब उनसे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, what are the products or what are the services LIC is offering, so they used to say, ma'am, I'm not aware about. Sorry ma'am, मुझे नहीं पता, मैं इसके बारे में इतना नहीं जानता हूँ. Friends, when we are going for this and we are got shortlisted for this, we have to know, and I think we should know. हमें उसके बारे में पता होना चाहिए. We should know कि हम जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जा रहे हैं वो क्या प्रोडक्ट्स बनाती है, क्या सेल करती है, क्या सर्विसेज हमें प्रोवाइड करती है, because we are going for that role. Alright, so it very important question for you that you should know about that. Housing finance differ from other type of loans. What is the understanding of the home loan processes? Okay, what factors do you think affect home loan approval? How would you advise the client on managing their home loan effectively? Interest rate impact housing finance. Current state of the housing finance market in India. What are some challenges faced by LIC housing finance in the current economic climate? Okay, how do regulatory bodies influence housing finance operations in India? How familiar are you with RBI's policies on housing finance? NHB, what is the role of national housing banking in housing finance? Can you explain what a loan to value ratio is? These are the questions, guys, which you must aware about industry specific knowledge. Okay, अगर आप LIC के लिए जा रहे हो तो you should know these kinds of question. क्या रेशियो होनी चाहिए, इंटरेस्ट कितना होता है, ठीक है, what type of loan this is providing, इसमें वो लोग कितना लोन ले रहे हैं, LIC, these kinds of things you should know. ठीक है. How do you assess customers eligibility for housing loan, housing finance sector today? Non-performing assets in housing finance. How would you explain fixed versus floating interest rates to a client? What is the impact of inflation on the housing finance sector? Differentiate, how does LIC HFL differentiate itself from its competitors? Okay, so that are some questions related to, I would say, typical industry related. Okay, typical industry related questions that you need to be prepared. Getting? So these are some question you have to be prepared for industry related कि आप जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए जा रहे हो उसके प्रोडक्ट्स, सर्विसेज, टर्म्स, कंडीशंस, everything you should know, and you can prepare with all these kinds of questions with HR mentors of YourPedia, and even you should have to be knowledgeable by yourself as well. आपको इसके बारे में जरूर रीड करना चाहिए बिफोर गिविंग इवन स्नैप. ठीक है. नाउ कमिंग टू द टीम वर्क एंड कम्युनिकेशन, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज वी आर गोइंग फॉर द LIC, these kinds of organization. Describe a situation where you had to work as a part of team. Conflicts with colleague, how would you handle that? Time when you had to lead a team. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है और इनमें से बहुत नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस भी निकलते हैं. बिल्ड रिलेशनशिप विद योर कोवर्कर्स. ठीक है. हाउ वुड यू बिल्ड रिलेशनशिप? How do you manage working with people from diverse background? Let's suppose you are from the finance background and you are from that particular, I would say, department, but maybe 4 to 5 people are not from that background. Then how would you build relationship? Would you demotivate them? आप उनको demotivate करोगे या you will be motivating them? Then okay, that particular thing you need to be do or something like that. ठीक है. Can you give me example of when you had to communicate a complex idea to a non-technical person? Describe a situation where you had to negotiate with a team member. How do you handle criticism from a co-worker or manager? Criticism from boss, discrimination in office, criticism from a colleague. These questions you need to be prepared. Okay, how would you handle that situation? I will handle that situation very politely and I will try to find out the problem, that what is the problem actually, and I will work on that. All right, it will not like that I'm just burst out or blast out myself and lose my temper easily, something like that. Give honest answer but give a factful answer. How do you approach working with someone who disagree with you, team projects or something like that? Okay, so these are some questions I would say you need to prepare for specifically industry related knowledge and teamwork and communications. All right, so rest of the question we are discussing in part 3 of this video, so please watch it out and you can get a full-fledged document in the YourPedia panel. Thank you.